sun hung low over Los Angeles, casting a golden hue on the iconic skyline. At the top of the Hollywood Hills, in a vast mansion, Grammy-winning pop sensation Billie Eilish sat cross-legged on her black velvet couch, scrolling through her phone. As she sifted through countless social media posts, she realized she was drowning in the very fame she had once dreamed of. The world knew her for her mesmerizing melodies and unique style, yet an unshakable emptiness surrounded her. Everything feels so meaningless, she whispered to herself, staring out at the city that never sleeps. Beyond flashing cameras and screaming fans, an irresistible yearning for something real gnawed at her. What she didn't know was that fate was about to offer her an unexpected chance. The next evening, Billie dressed in a large hoodie and sunglasses for a quiet escape. She ventured to a modest local diner, the smell of greasy fries and burnt coffee reminding her of simpler times. As she waited for her order, she noticed an elderly man sitting alone at a table, gripping a worn notebook filled with faded ink. His eyes were fixed on the door, a glimmer of hope in them. "Excuse me?" she ventured, unable to resist the pull of his solitude. "What are you writing?" The man looked up, surprise crossing his features. "Just a few thoughts, nothing important." There was a depth in his voice that pushed her curiosity beyond the surface. As they exchanged words, the man introduced himself as Samuel and began sharing stories of his adventures, heartbreaks, and unfulfilled dreams. Billie listened intently, growing wiser as he spoke about lost love, recent events, and the magic woven into each moment. "My life, I always imagined it as a symphony," Samuel mused. "Music has this unique power to connect people in ways nothing else can." Billie felt a lump in her throat. His sincerity contrasted sharply with the artificial, shallow world she often inhabited. She wasn't just the famous Ella in the diner. She was Billie, longing for connection, touched by the vulnerability of a stranger's heart. Days turned into weeks, and Samuel's stories continued to haunt her. His words began to seep into her own music, sparking melodies that captured the essence of his wisdom, passion, honesty, unfulfilled dreams. She roamed the studio, layering her notes with his spirit. One day, a thought crossed her mind. What if, like so many of his dreams, hers too would remain unfulfilled? Compelled by a sense of responsibility, she returned to the same diner, searching for Samuel, only to find him gone. Billie wandered through the neighborhood, her heart racing as the fear of losing the connection she had just begun to find gnawed at her. Determined, she asked everyone in sight, shopkeepers, locals, even the diner staff, but no one knew where Samuel had gone. As panic set in, she questioned if she could ever express just how much he had come to mean to her. Would his story be lost to the endless silence of life? Her fame became the tool she used to reach out, a video plea shared on her platform. Billie wandered through the neighborhood, her heart racing as the fear of losing the connection she had just begun to find gnawed at her. Determined, she asked everyone in sight, shopkeepers, locals, even the diner staff, but no one knew where Samuel had gone. As panic set in, she questioned if she could ever express just how much he had come to mean to her. Would his story be lost to the endless silence of life? Her fame became the tool she used to reach out, a video plea shared on her platform. In a whirlwind of emotions, Billie arrived at the shelter, her heart pounding. The environment was a far cry from the glamorous world she was used to, raw, real, and filled with struggle. There, in a corner, she saw Samuel, weak, silent, sitting, alone. She rushed to him, her heart breaking as she knelt beside him. "Sam!" she cried, feeling the fragility of her own strength. His eyes lit up in surprise, but warmth filled them. "Billie, how did you find me?" "It doesn't matter," she whispered, as tears fell down her cheeks. "What matters is that we're here together." With the support of her fans, Billie organized a small fundraiser for the shelter, sharing Samuel's stories through her music, keeping his voice alive. The live-streamed concert brought thousands together, not just to celebrate her, but to honor those like Samuel, often overlooked. Billie's melodies, once echoing loneliness, now sang of hope and connection. In the days that followed, Samuel's stories inspired others to share their own, awakening the beauty of their experiences and encouraging them to become storytellers of their own lives. In the end, she learned that work is fleeting, but the connections and vulnerability we share with others remain eternal, changing lives in ways we never expect.